have keys in hand, and I am actively trying to stop myself from driving to Sally Beauty and starting a whole hair project. Here's the thing, I leave out of the country in like 3 days. So if I do a hair project right now, there's no room for error. We've gotta nail it. Which, if you've ever done an at-home hair journey yourself, you know how it usually goes. You usually have to have lots of room for error. I'll give you more details in a second. I'm also gonna do a couple Sephora exchanges. I need to exchange the shade. Where's the actual foundation? This is just the box. I need to exchange 2 shades. One of the Good Apple new foundation by KVD, the other by Makeup Forever, their new matte velvet powder. I love the original one, so I'm excited to try this, but the shade, both these are too light for my tanner shade. My hands are the Loving Tan Dark, which is just a no for me. It looks orangey. My arms are a different one. Well, it's layered. Anyways, I'll get into that later. I just tried the Amy Collet, the new shade, and it is so pretty. It's like the pinky tone. I love the formula of this lip oil. It does feel slightly different though than actually the other shade I have. This one feels a little thicker, oddly enough. Are we doing this? Are we doing this? I also need to go to the UPS store and run some errands. So either way, I'm getting in the car right now. The question is, will I continue on after the errands to Sally Beauty? It's kind of cold. I need like an actual jacket. Listen, I didn't choose this life, okay? This life chose me. Really need to get a new screen protector. It's making like a weird reflection on here because there's like a crack in it. Sorry about that. I just did my Sephora returns and obviously picked up a couple more things in Sephora. I feel like I found some winners though, like really nice shades of like, got like a cream blush, and I'm gonna do a Sephora haul over on my Instagram, I think, like Instagram reel. But I just met a subscriber. She was so sweet. She was working there. I always like blank out, like I look at the name and then I completely lost it because I was like focused on meeting her and like nervous. I get nervous meeting you guys because I don't know, I just like feel like there's a lot to live up to, you know? Okay, I realized, duh, I can flip the camera to the back camera. I just can't see myself. I decided, you know what, since I'm still undecided on this freaking hair, let's just make a day of it while I kill time and procrastinate working. Like, I'm gonna get sushi because I'm really starving. There's like a revolving sushi place right here I found. I'm staying only 5 minutes away, so I decided to bring the sushi back here to eat lunch. But I was like, wow, that was super cheap. It was only $15, which for like 3 things at a sushi place is cheap. And then I opened it up and this makes sense. The roll is like a 4-piece roll, but that makes sense because it's a revolving sushi bar where they like put it on the plates. So that's my bad. I didn't realize that. But I think this is still gonna be enough. And also I have like salad and stuff here that I can eat. So I got salmon skin hand roll, which looks good. Spicy tuna roll, and hamachi sushi. Look at just the casual, beautiful mountain right there. I had my hair clipped up from eating sushi. I actually love these things. They're from Amazon. I love the colors, but I use them for doing my makeup or just keeping hair on my face while I'm eating. But they're comfy. They don't like pinch your hair and they hold a ton of hair. I have thick hair. But I decided it's sunny and nice out right now. I mean, it's cold, but it's sunny. And the last 2 days it's been like stormy. I'd like to see the desert botanical garden, I think it's called. And it's just basically like a cactus botanical garden, but it looks really pretty and cool. So I'm thinking maybe we should go do that. Get outdoors, walk around, and then once it gets dark, I don't think I'm gonna get around to doing my nails today because I do have to edit later. What was my other reasoning for not getting my nails? Oh yeah, and I have to dye my roots. Okay, let's talk about the hair. I think I made a decision. I'm being rational and for once in my life not making a spontaneous decision, and I think I'm just gonna do my roots myself. So I'm just gonna do my blue black like Schwarzkopf that I love, just do the roots, touch it up, and then I'll be good to go for the next 3 weeks. My roots growing so fast now, and with the grays. But because I'm doing my roots, I don't want to get my nails done first, you know, because I kind of want to do like a light color, and dye can like color your nails. Okay, let's chat about the hair situation. So my natural strawberry blonde. I love my blue black hair. I've had it black for literally 10 years now. In between, I've like gone silver. If you are new here, I have videos documenting the whole process, but like years ago, I think almost 10 years ago now, is when I tried to go silver, and it was a total disaster. I did it in a salon, in multiple salons, but it was just total disaster. Fried off my hair. I had to get extensions. My hair was like spaghetti. All bad news. I'm totally happy with my hair, but I go through these phases every few months where I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna change my hair color. And with black hair, you just can't really do that. It's a process to get it any shade lighter than black. What I would like, I think, and I should really get a wig first, because I don't even know if in reality, if I would like this on me and keep it. But I'm thinking of like a dark root. I like dark roots no matter what. So like dark, almost black roots, but then like faded into cool toned brown. I think it could look nice. I think I might like it if my roots are dark. And I did a deep dive yesterday. Spent like 4 hours watching videos, watching TikToks on the options, because I've done this in the past where I've done, you know, the color oops myself and then all this stuff, and I have like a whole game plan. I'll pop it in here. I just posted about it on Instagram. I have a whole game plan if I do it myself. But basically, instead of using bleach now, there's actually really good professional color removers. One's called CPR by Malibu that a lot of stylists use. But if you're doing this and you want to go the color remover route, usually what you do at a salon is like 1 to 2 rounds of color remover and then bleach. And if you do that, you can actually get like pretty light, and it keeps your hair pretty healthy. So then once you're light enough, then you can deposit color on top. But if you're wanting to do something similar, like go any other color from black, what I'm finding is a lot of stylists just won't touch it, and B, you want to find someone who specializes in color removal or is a color specialist and who does this. So I actually found a few people in like different states. The only reason I'm, able to do that is because I'm traveling anyways, but I found one in San Diego, which it would be great to find a stylist in San Diego actually, because I'm back there every few months. I could just if I do keep up with my hair at a salon, I could do that. But the girl I found in San Diego actually specializes in this, and she markets herself as this is what she likes to do, is big color transformations from black. Okay, it's getting cold out here. Using color removal and then bleach so that it keeps your hair intact, basically. Color removal can dry your hair, but it's not damaging like bleaches, at least from what I've heard. And it's not like I'm trying to go platinum. I'm just trying to go a medium toned brown, basically, on most of my hair, if I do this. So I think what I'm gonna do is try and be patient and not do it myself. I have a whole plan in my head. I know what I would do if I went to Sally's today and got the stuff, and I'm still tempted, still very tempted. I would do 2 rounds of color oops, wait a few days so that the hair molecules close, and then do, Color Beautiful, I think 4NN was the color. Have a whole plan. But it is risky because I'm going out of the country in a few days, so if I F this up, I'm gonna have to fix it real quick. I like living on the edge, and this is taking a lot of restraint, but I think I'm gonna stop myself. But anyways, instead, I think I'm just gonna dye my roots myself at home before I leave on the trip. My hair is very healthy right now, nice and thick. I'm not taking meds that thin out my hair anymore, and it's just soft, thick, good, healthy. So for doing this, I'm starting at a good place, and I think I'm gonna book that stylist for end of May. I just have to wait until end of May. When I get ideas like this, I just want to do it right away. ASAP Rocky, But let's go look at some cacti, shall we? All right, we have a huge Sephora and Ulta haul, so I'm trying another round of stuff here. I just wrapped up 2 speed reviews videos, so I needed some new products to test. I think in this vlog I'm going to try some of this stuff on so you can see how it wears and looks, but I've used this twice now. So I placed a Sephora order, online order, and then you just saw me go and get the other stuff. So I'm trying the Kosas Glow IV Skin Enhancers. So far, this looks very similar to Glow Screen, Supergoop Glow Screen, just without the SPF in it. Here's the shade I got. Because it looks so similar right now, I'm not seeing a big purpose for me in that, because I would just probably use Glow Screen, but I'm gonna keep trying it. The hand sanitizer, I haven't smelled this one yet, but I love the packaging, and it actually is pretty nice and lightweight, and this will fit good in my Dagny Dover bag because it's really flat, so I can just slip that in. I think this is the bronzer stick that I kept hearing people talk about. I don't know if I got the right one, but it's the Rare Beauty Happy Soul. Yeah, I think that's right. That shade sounds right. I used this today. I'm gonna keep trying it. This was the sample that they threw in, Danessa Meyer's Yummy Skin Powder. This is so pretty. This I just saw in the store and picked up. See how many of these I can open with one hand. Okay, this I was passing in the store, and I had to stop and swatch it, and it looked so pretty. It's a pink highlighter from House Labs. I think this is gonna be right up my alley. It looked beautiful. Here's the shade on that one, Rose Quartz. Love the packaging of the House Labs compacts. Picked up a new shade. This is what I exchanged of the Matte Velvet foundation, and I'm hoping this is better for my tanner shade. This I have never heard anyone talk about. I just saw it in store and I was like, whoa, that looks really pretty. It's the coral shade of the Huda Beauty. It's a cheek, this might be also a lip tint, but it's a cheek tint, and it looked really pretty swatched, like a glowy coral kind of color, and that was a lot of C's. And they also had a pink one. It was sold out, but the pink one looked really pretty too. I have tried this formula in a different shade. I had the berry one before, and this is the pink shade by Makeup by Mario, so I think I'm gonna like this one a lot more. This is a really intense, look at this shade, blush by House Labs. Oh my god, that is beautiful. It looks like watermelon pink. I'm finding that these kind of shades I actually really like if I use a light hand typically, so I'm curious about this one. I used a little bit of today, but I also mixed it with this other product, the RMS Beauty Pomegranate Fizz. So far this I am loving. This was super pretty. I thought it was going to be too pigmented, but it was actually perfect where you can like build it up nicely, and it has a nice, really pretty sheen to it. And then you saw me, I'm wearing the Amy Collet. It might be Ami Collet. The new shade of this, I have the other shade Bliss. This one is Smitten, the Cali Raider, where'd that come from? Cali Ray highlighter, there we go, in the shade Highlight. I use this with a big fluffy brush today, and it looks really pretty, but I think this might be really intense with like an actual highlighter brush, so I'll update you. But it's like a pinky kind of highlighting shade. So I went to Ulta because I originally needed to pick up a new self tanner for the next trip, and I got the Loving Tan in the shade Dark. I don't know what it was, but it just made me like itchy, and I like the Loving Tan in the shade Medium, but the dark shade just looked like very orange on me. I want it to be darker than the medium shade though, which is why I didn't repurchase that. And also I just feel like, I do think there are kind of better tanners out there now than the Loving Tan. But this one I have heard good things about. It's the Bali Body 1 Hour Express. I leave any kind of express tanners on overnight, and so far I'm liking this, but it is layered on other stuff, so I've only used it once. We'll keep you updated. Can't tell you what I think yet. Self tanners take a while to test for me. And then this is a Stila Blur Stick. I was just curious about this because I love blurring primers, so you just like put it on around the pores. I like the cap though. Look at how nice and magnetic this is. It's like a fully magnetized cap. All About the Blur is what it's called. This mascara got me in the checkout. It's just a little travel size Tarte mascara. I haven't tried this one yet. And I got this because I should have checked, but this place doesn't have like a working bathtub, so much for that. And I really desperately need an Epsom bath right now. But I looked up other ways, and I've been putting it in like the corner of the shower. I don't think it's doing anything like the bath does, but gives a nice aroma at least. Oh, and then I also got this from Ulta, a repurchase. I got the same exact shade, I think. Yeah, I just got Classic Vanilla again. My packaging on the other one broke, and it's kind of annoying to travel with because the lid keeps coming off, so just a repurchase. But that is everything I picked up from Sephora and Ulta, so we'll do a little try on in this vlog. I got here like literally 2 minutes too late. Still super pretty, but the sun is down. It's okay, it's beautiful. The sky's like pink right now. Okay, this is not the most amazing lighting here, but a couple things to tell you about the Botanical Garden as I eat my Trader Joe's. This is the Japanese fried rice, and then I just microwave like the salmon patty. You could put it in the pan. I just microwaved it to cook it and then put the salmon patty in there with soy sauce, and it's good. Desert Botanical Garden, definitely worth going to if you're in Phoenix. So pretty. You do have to pay to get in, but honestly, like, garden part is really pretty, but if you just want to see like the sunset and see like cacti, I mean, it's in the middle of the desert already. There weren't like signs saying it's a desert, it's like public, you know? But it was really cool to like go through the actual botanical garden. But don't do what I did. Every time I see the sunset, I always get there too early. So this time I was like, Google said the sun was setting at 6. So I got there, I think it was like 6:15 because Google said golden hour went from like 6 to then 7 or something, or 6:40. So I was thinking like, okay, I'll be perfect. I got there like 10 minutes too late to see like the golden hour on the cacti, and then also where it is a valley kind of, so that like dips down a little bit. So the sun was going down. I literally parked the car and started running out to see the sunset. Like I ran down the road because there was like one spot where you could see the sunset before it went behind the mountain. Don't do that. Just get there. I would say get there like a half hour before whenever Google says the sun is setting. But they have the cacti like lit up a little bit, and it was still really pretty. And there were like just a few people because it was nighttime, and you could hear like owls and animals and stuff. I think they were owls. So it was really nice, and it was still like super pretty. But also I just wanted to say, you can always turn your day around. I really feel that. Like this morning was not great. The last few days have not been great with just not feeling well. And this morning I was just feeling like a bit frustrated with myself and my body, and like not, just kind of annoyed that I haven't been able to get everything done that I wanted to and see things, you know, just in that kind of cycle. And it was already like, I think 12 o'clock by the time I like started getting ready. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna get out of the house. I'm gonna have a good day. And that's what we did. And it was a really nice day. It was super fun, just like being out and seeing things, going to Sephora, eating sushi. Like it was a good day. Vlogging, got a reel filmed and edited. Now I got to actually edit a video. But just want to say that I don't think I'm gonna get around to dyeing my roots tonight because I need to work, hopefully in the morning. By the way, I love this stuff. It's just coconut water, but like slightly flavored, has electrolytes, and coconut water is just really hydrating. I've been up since 3:30 a.m. So I got approximately 2 hours of sleep, 2.5 hours of sleep. Sometimes for me, laying down makes me feel worse, and that was one of those days. So I kept trying to fall back asleep. Then I was just in a lot of pain. So ended up getting up, and it's now like 6 a.m. So I got 2 Amazon packages in. New toothbrush. The one I'm using right now is so freaking hard. Like, it hurts my gums, it's so hard. These are cool. They're just black ones from Amazon. We'll see how they are. They got good reviews. I'm hoping it fits in. If you saw my pack with me, my like toothbrush container right now is very, it's like tiny, it's narrow. So I'm hoping the base of this fits in, because that's the issue I had with the other one. And then the exciting thing, the screen protectors. So these are the ones I've used for years, this brand. I love this brand. I drop my phone probably 15 times a day, so I definitely need a screen protector on my phone. And these ones are great. They just crack, like they crack the screen protector instead of cracking your actual phone. And whenever I trade in my phone, I do the yearly iPhone lease thing. Just for what I do, it's nice to have like the latest camera and stuff. And so whenever I turn in my phone, they're like, whoa, this looks like new. I'm like, yeah, just because I cover it in all of the shit. It's a beauty. I love this phone. This is the iPhone 14 Pro, by the way. On Instagram, I usually get asked what I take my photos with, and it's either the iPhone 14 Pro or my good camera, but it's normally the iPhone. By the way, I realized I can't do my roots until I get a massage today or tomorrow, which sounds bougie, but it's not. Trust me, it's not fun. It's necessary for my neck, and it doesn't feel great. But the oil always gets like in my hair, so I don't want to dye it and then have it get all oily, so I'll have to wait. Easy open. You try and tear open the box. This comes with the little camera protector, but I tried this before, and it does, I think, give like a blurry kind of effect, so I don't put this over the cameras, but it's there. I feel like it reflects kind of weird. It took me like 25 years to figure out that these apply the best if you just let them drop on. Watch me curse myself. Okay, it's getting way too hot. Oh my god, my coffee. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, duh. Have the current screen protector on. I was like, did I crack my actual phone? No, just the screen protector. Duh. This case, actually, I'll link this down below because it's not turning yellow. A lot of these turn yellow. And I've had it on for, I want to say, I think 3 months so far. Usually they do. Even if they say non-yellowing, usually they turn yellow. This one's like still totally clear. Okay, I'm about to get my nails done. No, I haven't done my roots yet. I'm going against my original plan. I'm gonna see if they have any like rubber gloves so I can just double my gloves when I rinse out the hair dye. I just don't want to leave it all for the last minute. I still don't know what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna look at the swatches. I might do like a blue, and then I'm also gonna get my toes done. I just do gel pedicure. Okay, I am obsessed. This is like true chrome. She was like, yeah, that's not chrome what you had before. And yeah, now that I see, like, this is like reflective, beautiful. Looks like it's a friggin' mirror. Love it. It's like a sky blue with this chrome, and she like nailed the shape and shortness and everything, like the length. It was Elements nail bar. I really liked it, and it was like nice in there, nice and good music and everything. Hello. I have not been doing so hot, but gonna make it to the massage appointment tonight so that hopefully that loosens things up and that I can get my neck in an okay place before a very long 10-hour flight. I've just been trying to do editing in between, but I'm excited because in like 2 hours I'm supposed to FaceTime with a woman. I always do, like when I apply for trusted house sitters, a tip I have if you're applying, and that's like where you can stay for free basically. If you want to travel and you don't want to spend any money, go on trusted house sitters. You watch people's animals in exchange for a place to stay. If you can find like a nice place, it can be like super worth it, and with a cute dog, and I think it's really fun. But what I do is, like, after I apply, I always, like, before they accept and before I accept, I always FaceTime them for, like, you know, security reasons and like making sure they're normal and things, and so that they can like get to know me too. So I'm supposed to have that call in like 2 hours before the massage, so obviously gonna get a little more presentable for that. And then tonight is finally the night I'm going to dye the roots after the massage. How many times have I said that in this vlog? Probably like 45 times. But I also have a Mayo Clinic appointment before I leave. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this tripod. A little sketch. It's a little sketch. It's finally time to do the old roots. I am doing blue black. This is my favorite. This is super nice and blue, like blue toned black, and it stays in well. Either way, we're gonna have to strip the black, so what's another layer at this point, you know? The nail lady, when I got my nails done, was very kind and gave me an extra pair of gloves, so I'm gonna use these when I rinse out the dye in the shower, because with black dye, it can stain your nails sometimes. And she was like, oh, no, we don't want that. I'm like, no, we don't want that. I'm a little on edge because about an hour ago, I found a mini scorpion in the bathtub thing. Scorpions? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I feel like I just did this. I always dread doing my roots, but then when I'm actually doing it or done, it's like the high of saving $250, you know? I had the trusted house sitters called today, and it sounds like she wants to do it. It's like a nice house and a good one, and it's in Denver. And I've been wanting to check out Denver anyway, so, and the dog is super freaking cute. So while I do this, I was gonna update you guys on the books I've read lately and my rating. So I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4.5, I'm almost done with one of them, books lately. And that's only because audiobooks are such a game changer for me. I used to listen to audiobooks years ago, and I don't know why I ever stopped. What was this coming out really fast? I don't know why I stopped, but I guess I felt like it was almost like cheating, and I literally Googled, I was like, are audiobooks reading? Like, do they count as reading? And you get the same benefits that you do out of reading. Like, probably, you know, there's some differences, but for the most part, you still get the same benefits as if you're physically reading. I still like, you know, using my eyeballs and reading too, but sometimes you just don't have the time. And also, this has been such a great discovery for me because normally when I'm laying in bed not feeling well, I usually can't look at a screen, but sometimes I'm in this like in between pain level where I can listen to stuff and that's okay. So when I'm in that kind of scenario, usually I listen to just like random bachelor podcasts, but I've been listening to hours and hours and hours of audiobooks. And so I've literally finished like 3 books just from laying in bed not feeling well. So I highly recommend. Also, if you have like long drives, if you commute to work, I mean, it's basically like whenever you would listen to a podcast, but I'm not good at like, for me, podcasts are more like I can do while doing something. Like I can do while doing laundry, where you're kind of like half listening, going in and out. For me, an audiobook I have to like really be listening to. It's usually like when I'm just laying there or driving. But I feel like that's been making such a difference because really only one of these books, right? Yeah, one of them I like physically read the actual book. All the others were audiobooks, and you can still get them for free on Libby. So I get almost all of my books, like 99% of the books for free on Libby. Just like a library rental kind of app. Hold on, gotta do the underneath here. I don't want to run out of dye, so I'm gonna do the top first and then come back to the underneath. Okay, my favorite one, let's start with my favorite. Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I never watched iCarly, but she was like the childhood actress on iCarly, and this is a memoir, so she tells her story growing up. And actually the audiobook is extra good because it's read by her, but it just goes through her childhood and her relationship with her mom, and major trigger warning for eating disorders and I'm sure other stuff. Parts of it are really intense and really sad, but it was just super honest and I was engaged the entire time. And I like her writing, I like how she told the stories, like just overall great book. Next one was Funny You Should Ask. I feel like I've heard really good things about this and now I can't figure out why the why. This is like an interviewer basically falls in love with a celebrity. I mean, I thought it was so boring. I thought the writing was like super mediocre. Nothing special. I wouldn't recommend it, but a lot of people like it, so I don't know. Ikigai. I really enjoyed this one. So this is a nonfiction, which is my personal fave. I like to switch between them though, because sometimes if I read too many nonfictions in a row, it's just like information overload, you know? You're like learning the entire time, so sometimes it's good to switch it up and take a break and get the old imagination working, you know, with a fiction or romance or something like light. So this is a book about this town in Japan, an island called Okinawa, and they're one of the blue zones of the world, which are areas where there's just the longest living people. One of the blue zones is actually in a city in California. Super interesting. But so a lot of, you know, anthropologists and scientists and people like to study these blue zones because like what are these people doing? So it's kind of like a combination of stuff. It is about Okinawa, quote unquote, their secret to a long and happy life, as the book is called, but it's also just other topics, just overall like good life advice. I felt the importance of social connections, community, health, movement, like not necessarily working out, just movement. And it goes through just, you know, all the different aspects of life and finding your purpose, basically, and what Ikigai actually is. I thought it was interesting. I thought probably everyone could get a little something out of it. I didn't think it was like the most revolutionary book I read, and I do wish they went like a little more deep into the research on Okinawa, but maybe that's just because I love cultural anthropology and that's my shit. But yeah, I did really like that one. And then the audiobook that I just finished was The 9 Lives of Rose Napolitano, and oh my god, I wanted to like this one so bad because the concept is so interesting to me. It's about 9 different lives, basically like a butterfly effect, parallel universe kind of thing, which I love, where a woman decides whether or not to have kids. It's a woman who doesn't want to have children and kind of like her relationship with her partner who does, and all the different choices that they make and like where those lives lead. And I was like, that is so interesting. I love the idea of that. I hope another author takes that exact concept and just like does it better, because it was pretty disappointing. Like I feel like there was so much potential there to send really important messages to women and to people going through all these different struggles, whether it's infertility, not wanting to have kids for whatever the heck reason they choose. Just like there's so many different routes that this could go, and I just feel like it fell really short. And I read the Goodreads ratings afterwards, and a lot of people agreed. If you want to know like some of the more in-depth critiques of it, read Goodreads. I basically agree with a lot of the like 2-1 star reviews on there. And to like have such a heavy topic and then to not execute it well is just like, yeah, it's just disappointing. So that was a big waste of time. That audiobook was like 9 hours. Could have skipped that. And then the one that I'm physically reading that I'm like half through right now is Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. I read Lori, I think her last name's Gottlieb. I read her other book, Marry Him, like years ago. I read that, which honestly kind of fucked me up. Like certain parts of that, I don't know, man. But this, she's a therapist, and it's another nonfiction, but it's written kind of more like a story because she tells the story of like her as a patient seeing a therapist, and then the other side of what she hears and like what it's like to be a therapist. So it is interesting. So far I'm liking it. I'm about halfway done. We'll keep you updated. Actually, I'm supposed to have a brunch date tomorrow, so it'd be great if I didn't have black all over my face for that, you know? These little bottles are small but mighty. This is the part where I need to figure out how to turn the camera off. Still gotta do some more sections, but I'm gonna say bye for now. Don't ask me why this bottle looks like it's 20 years old, but I just got this at Walgreens, but I put it all over my body because the Loving Tan Dark, I'm getting so scaly, so dry and like patchy. Like my arms literally look scaly right now, and also orange. So I am stripping this tanner. I always leave this on for like, I try to do it probably like 12 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. It says 5, at least 5. You definitely have to leave it on longer than 5. But then the other key is when you're in the shower, you have to really scrub. Like you still use an exfoliating mitt and really scrub it off. And also this works better if it's like, you know, a few days old tan, not like the day after fresh tan. Okay, I was gonna do a tanner update. That's what I turned on the camera for. But then I realized I didn't ever show these, and I love them. They're like American Eagle, so they're technically shorts, but it looks like a little skirt kind of. And they have the really nice like spandex, you know, shorts underneath. So when it's like windy, you don't have to worry about it blowing up. But I feel like this could be really cute with like, just like a cute top kind of thing, you know? But they're also just comfy like for working out in or whatever, and it gives you some like some more shape here. Really cute. But so far liking, I haven't rinsed off the color guard yet, but so far liking the Bali body, and I left it on overnight. I never do 1 hour for even if it says that, so I left it on overnight, and the color is looking so far really nice and not orangey, but it can look different when you wash off the color guard, so we'll keep you updated. But one thing to note is I fell asleep with the hot pack on my neck, and right here it like completely came off the tanner, and normally I don't think I've ever had that happen. That's, I mean, I don't know how that's a very niche thing, but like I did have to reapply that in the morning. But I'm gonna start doing my makeup and getting ready for this date. I have like an hour and a half, but it's gonna take me, you know, film it, so take some extra time, but I'm kind of deciding what to wear. All right, we're gonna do some makeup, trying the new Sephora stuff and getting ready for this date. So I like to keep it like pretty basic for date makeup, just because, by the way, here's my roots. Hair turned out good, and this one comes off the face nicely, so that's really nice. And I curled my hair this morning, all that, so hair's done. That's exciting. In my time, I just posted the Sedona vlog, so I was reading some of the comments about Aura Ring and stuff. And what I think I'm gonna do after reading your guys' comments, you had some good ideas, is not repurchase from them, not give them my money, but wait until, apparently there's like a few brands in 2023 that are coming out with competitive products. Basically like the same thing as the Aura Ring. So I think I would rather wait and try one of those new companies. Dig into the Sephora bag here. It's been a minute since I've been on a date. I kind of just like took a dating app break, I would say. I never really get nervous for dates anymore. I just feel like I don't know that much about this guy, so, which will be good. I mean, I can tell he's like legit and, you know, it's all good. But I don't have a lot to go off of, so we'll see. So I'm gonna go into Kosas Glow. I've used this, I think, twice so far, and it's very glowy. It reminds me of Supergoop Glow Screen without the SPF. I think did I say that in this vlog? I think I did. But what a product like this could be nice for is like this. If you're wearing tanner or something and you just want to darken your face a little bit for summer. That's why I got the shade I did. They have different shades of this, and I got the shade Illuminate. It smells like carrots. I think for this purpose though, or maybe even mixing in the debronzy drops from Drunk Elephant, that's what I love using those for, and I really want to repurchase those actually, because I love that product for this purpose, like just mixing it with an SPF and just like darkens up your face a little bit. This is very glowy. It's not as flattering as Supergoop Glow Screen, so I would just say go Supergoop Glow Screen over this, honestly. I'm gonna use the Stila Blur Stick. Okay, there's definitely some glitter in this. I can see glitter on my face. I should have put this on before that product because it's kind of hard to tell with like that much glow, but it is doing a little something. So before I leave, I do need to pick up another foundation because this is the only one I have that's like dark enough right now. So I think before I leave, I want to get like just repurchase a drugstore foundation I like. Maybe go to Ulta again. I'm into more of the matte, but then make it dewy with other products right now kind of thing. This foundation is great. I recently did a whole foundation updates video, which is live by the time this video goes up. So if you missed that, I do talk about this foundation in depth and 5 others. That shade is like matching perfectly, I feel like, with my neck. Always nice when your foundation matches your body. I actually do like the way this is sitting on top of the Kosas though. Looks a little different. This is the Flower Beauty concealer. I love applying this with a sponge. It looks totally different with a sponge than a brush for some reason, in a good way, which normally does not happen for me. I'm almost out of this. I'm like scraping the sides. I feel like this is gonna last me like 2 more days. Ooh, pretty color on this skin tone. I don't know why I'm using a sponge because I literally never use a sponge to blend out cream bronzer. I freaking eyebrow tattoo. Like I got the microblading done years ago. I mean, it's gotta be like 6 years ago now, 5-6 years ago. And the last touch-up I wanna say I got probably 4 years ago. And it is still on here, the brow tattooing, the microblading. It's crazy. So I realized when you're seeing this, I will definitely be, I might have already even done this trip. If you follow on Instagram, you're more caught up a little bit in real time where I usually am. But I'm gonna announce here where I'm going. So from Phoenix, I fly to London, just staying in the airport hotel just to like recover before the second half of the flight. And then I go from London to Spain. I really can't stay away from Spain, but this is extra exciting because it's actually a best friend trip. Rach and I are going together. It'll just be really fun. It's been like a long time since we've done a trip like that together. So I'm very excited for that. I'm excited to try this because when I swatched the Huda blush, it looked really, really pretty. I'm gonna use it on a little brush. This is Real Techniques. Ooh, yeah. Definitely glowy. Ooh, that looks very pretty. Oh, I like this a lot. Looks very like healthy, radiant. Not glittery, just like beaming kind of glow. Yep. Gonna be getting a lot of use out of this, I can tell. I got my new Essence powder. Here's my old one, which is very broken. I went with the fresh one. Set my under eyes a little bit. And I just do the outer half. Looks way better on me and like less creasing. There's the cutest bird who keeps like hanging out around outside. He has like a super long tail and he keeps coming by every day and just like staring in the window. In case you wanted a little bird update. I'm gonna take the RMS Beauty blush. This is in the shade Pomegranate Fizz. This, I love the look of this like in the pan, but I'm just gonna do like a very light dusting of this because I just wanna look a little natural. This one isn't too pigmented, which I like. Like you can layer it, you can build it up. Those two together too, whoa, looking real nice. The Urban Decay powder, this is good. This is new from Urban Decay. It's their translucent powder, and I had to order this on their website because at the time it wasn't on Sephora. Maybe it is on Sephora now. But if you want like a translucent blurring powder and mattifying, I saw Casey Holmes talk about this on her Instagram stories and it was like, whoa, it looked like airbrush flawless and I immediately ordered it. You can see how, look at the pores right now, pretty glowy. Just ingested a little bit of that. I'm like, okay, that is noticeably more blurred. Honestly, looking better in real life even, like, I mean, that's a difference, but in real life, it's even more of a difference. And also, wait, why am I using a brush? The best way I've found to use this is actually with these little puffs. I don't know why I was just using a brush, but I'll show you the puff on this side. All right, here we go. Dude. Look at that. Just really smooths things out and it looks natural. Like it doesn't look powdery. That's the thing. It doesn't look powdery. It doesn't like lift up what's underneath. Yeah, I'm gonna do just a little bit between my eyebrows, like a tiny, tiny amount of powder. Because I still want the glow, but just right here, I want to like soften it. This stuff is bomb. Forgot we have this highlight, which looks unreal. Oh yeah. Yep. Got a lot of hits right now. I'm loving the pinky very flushed cheek look, glowy. These are doing it for me. It looks glowy without looking glittery and just looks like skin. And I think it is really nice when you do like, see how it's matte around here, but then it goes into the glow. I think it's a good balance. So whenever I do date makeup for eyes, I try and choose tones that I know make my eyes pop, where I'm not necessarily like wearing a lot of eye makeup, but the tones give it the pop. So for that, I usually use the Wet n Wild Naked, Always Naked palette. Some of them have a cool neutral undertone. If you have greenish eyes, green blue, it does like really make them pop. So I'm gonna use a mix of this shade and this shade, the like cool toned one, in my crease slash kind of just all over. And then just putting the lightest cream shade all over the lid. And I bring this all the way in right here so it like brightens up my inner corner too. Always do a cream shade on the waterline, tray loose, and then tight line with a black liner. I like tight lining for whatever reason after I do mascara. I don't know why, it just like, it always works better for me. Okay, I did all that stuff. I did the mascara, waterline, eyeliner, inner corner, and then I also put on a little bit of the Undone Beauty. I just do a little flick on the end just to like open up the eyes even more. And I also turned down the brightness a little bit because I think you can see like the blush and colors better now. We're gonna do lips, even though I do need to eat a bite of something before I leave. This mascara I didn't want to use today, the new one, because it's risky, you know, with like transfer and stuff. I don't want to be transferring all over the place right now. So I will test any of the stuff I got, like hauled, that I didn't test in this little testing segment. Of course, try in other videos or give you updates on, definitely. But this is one of my current favorite lip liners, Tart Mauve. It's not mauve at all, it's just like a neutral pink color. And it actually stays on pretty dang well. And I kind of just blur it out with my finger to like make it look a little natural. I do want to try the Makeup by Mario. If I don't want to wear this today, I'll just wipe it off. But this is the Makeup by Mario Pink Glow. So I've previously tried, I remember when I was in North Carolina, I had the berry shade of this. This one doesn't smell like too overpowering, which is nice. Very glossy. I feel like you can't even tell on camera. It's like super glossy. Can you see that? This might be a new go-to. This is pretty. And I like that I can still see like my lips underneath. It didn't like totally opaque them out, you know? I also added a little bit of the white on the inner corner from this palette, but I think that's my makeup. I think I'm gonna add like probably add a gold necklace on or 2 earrings or something. Curled my hair with a flat iron today. It was this flat iron and I'm loving it, and it is $50, which is very affordably priced for a flat iron, especially since I've been comparing ones that are like literally over $200, and this one I like the best so far. It's been like keeping the curl well. It curls it nicely. It doesn't like pull when you do the curl. It makes my hair shiny. I've been really liking this one. But I'm gonna go put on some jewelry, finish up the outfit, and I'll show you the final date look. Here's the makeup really up close, right in front of the window. I'm debating if well, first of all, I'm gonna kind of comb out the curls right before I leave, but I'm debating if I want to put on my other black dress. But this little corduroy jacket is from Amazon. I put on a gold necklace that I don't know if I'm gonna keep, and then I'm gonna comb out the curls, and I just have my white Nikes. This is the only full length mirror, but I have my white Nikes or black sandals. I think I'm gonna go with the Nikes. This skirt is Amazon. I love it. It's technically like the tennis skirt, but it has the skirt underneath too. But I like it because you can wear it like this, like dress it up. Perfume I'm going for is the Dime 7 Summers. This smells so good. If you like Baccarat Rouge 540, Ariana Grande Cloud, those kind of vibes, this is very similar, except this doesn't have alcohol in it, but it smells so freaking good. And I do feel like it's a little stronger. Okay, I ended up changing my earrings to hoops, but I wanted to show you the makeup on my phone in this lighting. Dude, that Urban Decay powder looks so good around the pores. Okay, let's do the finger combing. So I'm gonna end off this vlog here and go on this date, but I hope you guys enjoyed this few days kind of random errand running, makeup trying, fun things kind of vlog. Everything I talk about in videos is always listed down below in the description box. Everything is linked. And my Instagram is just the same as my YouTube, Taylor Wynn, if you want to stay up to date and more real-time-ish. But I love you guys. Wish me luck on this date. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.